Hong Kong, 1985. 12 stories above the crowded streets of Central District, Jackie Chan stood on a narrow ledge barely wider than his feet, 120 feet of empty air between him and concrete. The safety wire attached to his harness was supposed to be his lifeline. Then he heard the sound. A metallic snap. Sharp, final. The wire had broken. No camera tricks. No CGI. No second chances. And Jackie had 8 seconds to decide: freeze and die, or do something that would make him a legend. The day had started like any other impossible day in Jackie Chan's life. He was filming Police Story, a movie that would either make his career or kill him. The Hong Kong film industry was brutal, fast, cheap, dangerous. But Jackie didn't just do his own stunts. He invented stunts that made professional stuntmen quit. This scene required Jackie to run across the exterior of a 12-story building, jumping from ledge to ledge while being chased by armed criminals. The building was real. The height was real. The danger was very real. His stunt coordinator had tried to talk him out of it. "Jackie, this is insane. Even with safety wires, one wrong step." "Then I won't take a wrong step," Jackie replied with that smile. The smile that made people think he was fearless. He wasn't. He was terrified every single time. But fear was just another thing to overcome. The safety wire was supposed to be a formality, a precaution. Jackie had done hundreds of stunts with safety wires. They were rated for 3 times his body weight. They never failed. Until they did. The scene started simply. Jackie ran along the 12th floor ledge, cameras rolling, crew watching from safe positions. His movements were fluid, precise. Years of Peking Opera School training had taught him body control most people couldn't imagine. He reached the end of the first ledge and leaped to the next. 6 feet of empty air. He landed perfectly, kept running. The scene was going flawlessly. Then he heard it. Snap. The sound cut through everything. The sound every stuntman fears. Jackie's safety wire had broken at the anchor point. Time slowed. Jackie's mind, trained by decades of split-second timing, processed information faster in moments of extreme danger. 8 seconds. That's how long he calculated before momentum would carry him past the point of no return. And here's what separated Jackie Chan from every other action star in the world. He didn't freeze. He didn't call cut. In that moment, with death 8 seconds away, Jackie made a decision that would define his entire legacy. The first second, Jackie cataloged his situation. Broken wire, 12 stories up, narrow ledge, wind pushing outward, forward momentum. The second, he calculated angles. The ledge curved around the building corner. If he could reach that corner, there was a wider platform. 18 inches instead of 12. Not safe, but better. The third second, he adjusted his body position, lowered his center of gravity. The Peking Opera training kicked in. Balance wasn't just physical, it was mental. The fourth second, he started moving, not running. That was suicide. Slow, controlled steps, each foot placement deliberate. The fifth second, a gust of wind hit. His left foot slipped. For a fraction of a second, his weight shifted over empty space. The sixth second, Jackie did something only years of training made possible. He used the wind, leaned into it, let it push him forward, toward the corner. The seventh second, his hand found the corner edge. A few inches of concrete. Enough. He gripped it. The eighth second, Jackie pulled himself around the corner onto the wider platform. He'd made it. 8 seconds from failure to survival. The crew was screaming. The director was yelling, "Cut, cut." Jackie stood on that platform, breathing hard, and said into his body mic, "Keep rolling. I'm finishing the scene, re-hooked on 2. Because here's what most people don't understand about Jackie Chan. This wasn't bravery. This wasn't ego. This was something deep, and what happened in the next 3 minutes would reveal exactly why Jackie does what he does. The director shouted through the radio, "Jackie, we got the shot. Come down. The scene's not finished." Jackie replied calmly, "If I come down now, we'll have to do it again, and I'll be more scared next time. I do it now while I'm already here." This was Jackie's philosophy. Finish what you start. Fear grows when you feed it. The stunt coordinator's voice crackled. "You don't have a safety wire. This is crazy." "Then I'll be careful," Jackie said. And he continued. The script called for navigating the entire corner section. Another 30 feet. Then a jump to a lower balcony. Then sliding down a pole, designed to be impossible looking, but technically safe with equipment. Without equipment, it was just impossible. Jackie moved. Slow, controlled. His hands found holds in the concrete, window ledges, decorative elements. things not meant to support body weight. His mind was completely present. This was flow state. The zone. Jackie had found it before, but never like this. Never when every single motion meant life or death. He reached the end. Now came the jump. 12-story ledge to 11-story balcony. 8 feet horizontally, 6 feet down. With safety wire, dangerous but doable. Without it, a death sentence if he missed. Jackie, don't. The director said. We'll CGI it. Just come inside. Jackie smiled. If I use a double now, the whole sequence is ruined. The audience will know. He backed up 3 steps, took a breath, and ran. 3 steps to build momentum. On the third, he jumped. 8 feet across, 6 feet down, 120 feet of empty space below. He landed. Both hands gripped the railing. Both feet found the floor. Perfect. The crew erupted in cheers and panic simultaneously. Jackie didn't acknowledge them. He vaulted over the railing, grabbed a vertical pole and began sliding down. Without safety wire, every floor was another chance to fall. 1 floor, 2, 3. His hands burned from friction. 4, 5, 6. At the 6th floor, Jackie swung away from the pole, using momentum to carry him toward a first-floor awning. He landed. The fabric tore but held. He rolled through a prop table, crashed through pre-scored pottery, and landed on a crash mat. Cut. The director finally yelled. Jackie stood up, dusted off the pottery shards, and said something that would become one of the most famous quotes in Hong Kong cinema history. Jackie looked at the camera and said, "Good take?" The set was silent. Then someone laughed. Then everyone was laughing and crying and yelling at Jackie simultaneously. "Good take?" the assistant director repeated, incredulous. "Your safety wire broke. You were 1 slip from dying. And you're asking if it was a good take?" Jackie shrugged. "I'm asking if we got it, because I don't want to do it again." He walked to the director. "Did we get it?" The director pulled Jackie into a hug. "We got every second. I've never seen anything like that." "Good," Jackie said. Then we move on to the next scene. When Police Story was released, that sequence became legendary. Film students studied it. Stuntmen tried to figure out how it was done. Audiences gasped in theaters. But the real story, the broken wire, the 8-second decision, the completion anyway, wasn't revealed until years later. But 2 weeks after filming, Jackie received a letter that would change how he thought about his entire career. The letter came to the studio, from a woman named Mrs. Chen. "Dear Mr. Chen, 2 weeks ago, I was walking on Daewoo Road with my 8-year-old son. We were having a difficult day. My husband had lost his job. My son had been crying. Then my son pointed up. 'Mama, look, is that man flying?' I looked up and saw you. On that building. Moving like gravity didn't exist." My son said, "Mama, if that man can do that, maybe Baba can find a new job. Maybe we can be okay." My son stopped crying that day. That night, he told his father, "I saw a man who can do impossible things. You can too, Baba." Something changed in our family. Hope came back. Whatever you were doing up there, it mattered to us. Thank you, Miss Chen. Jackie read the letter 3 times, then folded it carefully and put it in his wallet. He would carry it for 15 years. That letter explained why he broke bones, why he risked death, why he pushed past every reasonable limit. It wasn't about ego. It was about showing people what was possible. Mrs. Chen's son saw a man defying gravity and thought, maybe my family can defy our circumstances. That was worth broken bones, worth fear, worth 8 seconds of pure terror. Years later, Jackie was asked, "Do you regret the dangerous stunt?" He pulled out Mrs. Chen's letter, worn from being carried so long. "This is why I do it, not for applause. For the 8-year-old who sees something impossible and thinks, maybe I can do impossible things too. But you almost died. Weren't you thinking about your own family?" Jackie was quiet. "In those 8 seconds I wasn't thinking about dying. I was thinking about finishing. Because if I stopped, what would I be showing people? That when things get dangerous, you quit? That when the safety net fails, you freeze? No, I wanted to show, when the safety net fails, you don't need it. You find another way." 15 years after carrying that letter, something happened that would bring everything full circle. A young stuntman would teach Jackie that his legend had consequences he never expected. 1998, Jackie was filming Rush Hour in Los Angeles. He wanted to do a fall from a 2nd-story window. The coordinator said no. Union regulations. Insurance wouldn't allow it. "I've fallen from 12 stories. This is 2 stories with pads. Not in America, you haven't. We have rules." A young stuntman approached. "Mr. Chan, can I tell you something?" Jackie nodded. I became a stuntman because of you. I saw Police Story when I was 8. I thought, I want to be that brave. Jackie smiled. This happened often. Last year I tried a stunt that was too dangerous. To be like you. I fell. Broke my back in 3 places. Doctors said I'd never walk again. Jackie's smile faded. I'm walking now. But Mr. Chan, I almost died trying to be you. You make dangerous things look possible. But possible doesn't mean we should all try them. Jackie sat with the young stuntman. Mark. They talked for an hour. Can I see your back? Mark lifted his shirt. Surgical scars. 3 long lines. Jackie lifted his own shirt. Dozens of scars from decades of impacts. You know what I never show in my movies? The aftermath. The surgery. The rehabilitation. The chronic pain. I show the glory, but not the cost. And that's dishonest. Jackie made a decision. From now on I show the reality. In my credits I show the outtakes. The falls that went wrong. The injuries. Not to discourage people, but to honor the truth. This is hard. This is dangerous. That's why Jackie Chan movies from 1998 onward show blooper reels, not just funny ones. The real ones. Jackie getting hurt, being treated by medics. It was his way of saying be inspired by what I do, but understand what it costs. He told Mark, you can still be a stuntman, but let's get you trained properly. Learn the technique, not just the bravery. Mark became a successful stunt coordinator. He never tried to be Jackie Chan. He became the best version of Mark. 20 years after the ledge incident, Jackie watched footage of that scene for a documentary. When you watch this now, what do you think? Jackie was quiet. I think about Mrs. Chen's letter. I think about Mark's broken back. I think about everyone who saw this and either found hope or found stupidity. And I realize, the legend isn't about those 8 seconds. It's about what you do with the next 40 years after surviving them. I survived because of training, preparation, and honestly, luck. But the real achievement isn't surviving the stunt. It's surviving the legend. Understanding that when you do something impossible, people will try to follow, and you owe them the truth. Those 8 seconds made me famous. But the decades of honesty after made me worthy of the fame. Ending. The 12-story ledge stunt is still studied in film schools, analyzed by coordinators, discussed by historians, but the real legacy isn't captured on film. It's captured in Mrs. Chen's letter, in Mark's recovery, in everyone who learned that courage isn't about fearlessness. It's about taking the next step when everything says stop. Jackie Chan has broken 2074 bones, survived countless close calls, and he carries the scars, the pain, the consequences. But he also carries that letter, a reminder that 8 seconds of terror can ripple through decades of other people's lives. The safety wire snapped at 12 stories. Jackie had 8 seconds to choose. He chose to finish, to show that when safety fails, you don't need safety, you need skill, will, and courage to take the next step. That choice became legend, not because it was reckless, but because it was human. Terrifyingly, inspiringly human. And somewhere Mrs. Chen's grandson is watching Jackie Chan movies, learning that limits are meant to be tested, that fear is meant to be respected, but not obeyed, that 8 seconds of courage can echo through generations. The wire snapped, the legend dying, and it's still growing.